Welcome to another walkthrough. This time we're going to be taking down 99 overall Andre the Giant. He starts the match with 3 finishers and that big purple bar over his health meter. So while he has that, he is invulnerable to any kind of attack that's not just a light strike. It's very annoying. You see I countered a finisher right off the bat. He's always going to open the match by trying to do a finisher. He's really easy to telegraph. I'm just going to toy with him for a little bit here so you guys can see what I mean. But the real challenge in this match is just getting the 90 MFP needed for a powerhouse in Bronson Reed here. You need to do red torso damage. That's not too bad. But what is kind of annoying is the 10 grab attacks or the 10 heavy attacks that are needed. So the only reason that's troublesome at all is just because Andre, like all of our live event opponents these days, seems to just be a countering machine. But we are too. Once you're done toying with him, I recommend not doing what I'm doing here. I'm just kind of having fun right now. But you want to get out of the ring at your earliest convenience because this is an Extreme Rules match, but it's not a Falls Count Anywhere match, meaning if you get hit with a signature or a finisher on the outside of the ring, you're safe from a pinfall or a submission, so that's nice. Usually when you leave the ring, Andre won't follow you right away like that. I usually have to taunt him a couple times. If he does follow you to the outside of the ring, just run away, get some spacing. If he does have that purple armor over his health bar away, you can then safely do like heavy attacks or grab attacks to get him down onto the ground. But I like grabbing a sledgehammer. It is my weapon of choice under the ring because unlike all the other weapons found under there, you can use it infinitely. It does not break. And the sledgehammer will serve multiple purposes here. For starters, it just is a great way to deal damage to the torso. We need to get it on red. It's a great way to fill up his stun meter, which leaves him open to being able to hit signatures or finishers safely. And yeah, like I said, that purple armor over his health bar initially, it's a great way to whittle that away. So yeah, it really checks all the boxes. It also fills our signature and finisher bar. You see, I tried to go for a signature when he wasn't stunned. Got a little greedy there in the early going, trying to finish him off quickly. This is not a race. Bear that in mind. We're running a marathon, not a sprint. So when he's staggered like that, or stunned, I don't know why I called it staggered, that's a prime opportunity to get some free shots in with a sledgehammer or start our grab attacks / heavy attacks. Now, you can kill 2 birds with 1 stone by doing limb targeted attacks, but instead of hitting square on the PlayStation or X on the Xbox like we would normally do to do those quick limb attacks, we can actually do heavy limb targeted attacks. So you just go to a downed opponent, you hit circle on the PlayStation or B on the Xbox, and then follow that up with the bottom face button, which is going to be X on the PlayStation or A on the Xbox. I know it's really confusing when I talk about multiple controllers here. Just stay with me. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments. I'll try to elaborate as best I can. For the rest of this video, though, I'm just going to be talking about PlayStation buttons because that's what I'm using, and I think that minimizes confusion than bouncing back and forth. But you see, I'm just spamming them. You don't get countered as often. Of course, as soon as I say that, he kicks me in the face. When Andre inevitably does put you down on the ground, he has signatures and finishers that he can hit on you when you're down, so don't be afraid to use your comeback resiliency to just pop up on your feet right away or do a possum attack just so you can get out of that predicament. If he drops that elbow on you, you're kind of cooked. If he sits down on your chest, you're kind of cooked. Does a ton of damage. He has that wet blanket badge, so he'll diminish your signature or finisher stock. It's just not a great spot to be in, so don't be afraid to use that. You can always build up your signature stock rather quickly, so it's not the end of the world if you have to use it to get yourself in a more advantageous position. Like I said, when he's stunned, that's prime time to be hitting these limb attacks. You only get time for like a couple of them. His stun meter does not last very long at all, unlike ours it seems. So just throw them around. You see I got those 10 heavy attacks, so I'm just going to do one more, I think, grab attack. Okay, there we go. And if you've been taking notice throughout this video, I actually haven't hit a signature yet, but that would be our 90th MFP challenge. But I think I might just go for the red torso here. Ideally, we'll hit both of them, but like I said, countering machine over here, this Andre the Giant, so kind of just got to take what we can get. At this point, once you get your 90 MFP, which I have no limb damage done to me, by the way, if you're keeping tabs at home, I'm going to try to get him to use that comeback resiliency. Usually you can go for a pinfall after hitting him with a weapon and you can get a 3 count that way. Sometimes just after a heavy grapple attack you can get a 3 count, a signature obviously, and then a finisher. I'm just going to try to see what sticks here. I'm going to get him back into the ring here. You see he does have 2 finishers left, which is a little bit unsettling. But like I said, we got to get him to use that comeback resiliency. You could do like a submission hold on the outside of the ring and get him to use it that way. That's a good idea, but I'm lazy. I'm just going to get him into the ring and see if I can get him to use it here. Throwing a weapon at an opponent is a great way to get a 3 count sometimes. I didn't get it that time. It was a very dramatic long 2 count, so I'm going to try to hit a signature. I haven't been able to hit one yet. Let's see. Nope. Again, not able to hit it. That signature is just very elusive, it seems. But Andre is very slow moving in the ring, so I'm never too panicked. I'm always going to make sure I have that sledgehammer in my hands. And yeah, it's just kind of a waiting game at this point. We got our 90 MFP, we don't want to do anything stupid, so to play it conservatively, you may just want to get back on the outside of the ring, maybe even go into the crowd, because like I said, you can't lose the match on the outside of the ring. That's very important to keep in mind. If you feel confident in your abilities to reverse him, then by all means stay within the squared circle. Oh no, the referee just got some collateral damage there. That is not good. But it's okay. I think he's going to pop up rather quickly. It's not like I hit him with a tsunami or anything. It's just a flying sledgehammer. That's minimal damage in pro wrestling logic. I'm going to hit him with the finisher here. This is a surefire way to get him to use that comeback resiliency. And then maybe just a single sledgehammer shot should seal the deal. Easy for me to say. So let's pick this up. Get him to use a counter. Boom, right in the big old gut. That should be good night Irene, as Taz would say in the old SmackDown games. And yeah, that's how you deal with this Andre the Giant live event challenge. I was a little bummed at first to see that we needed the new Bronson Reed in these new packs. I was hoping that it would be the SummerSlam Bronson Reed, but I was lucky I was able to get him after only 3 pack openings. Your mileage, of course, may vary. This is my faction at the end of the day. But if this video was helpful to you guys, let me know in the comments. Leave a like, a sub, all that good stuff, and I will catch you all next time. Until then, be well and take care. Peace.